What's up, everybody? It is Friday, so you know what that means. It is time for another episode of The Word on the Street, powered by Beta Consulting Group. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, go check us out at betaconsultinggroup.com. See how we can help you out with your sales and marketing strategies. And shout outs to my good friends, our sponsors, greenscreens.ai, changing the game when it comes to dynamic pricing in the transportation industry. And my friends over at TAFs. These are the good guys in freight factoring, helping carriers have all the resources they need to thrive in any market. And if you're a freight broker, you can become a preferred partner to make sure that your carriers have all the resources they need to grow and be available to move your loads. Go to TAFs.com, tell them that Trey sent you, and check them out. They're going to be able to help you out quite a bit. All right, everybody, it's been a phenomenal week. This is episode 105. We got a great crew that is waiting to come in, but I got to tell you about a couple things that are going down. So first of all, we completed the Tough Mudder Charity Challenge last Saturday, and that was pretty thrilling, pretty exciting. We're going to have a highlight video coming up soon. We got some good footage, some pictures. We're working all that out. So probably next week we'll have the highlight video of the Tough Mudder, and we got some more of those things coming up. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have a lot of fun with that moving forward. And then next week, just so you guys know, we'll be at Freightwaves down in Rogers, Arkansas for the Future of Supply Chain. So we'll be coming to you live for our Standing Out podcast and also just some footage down there, some content. So it's going to be great to see everybody in the industry down in Rogers, Arkansas. If you're going to be down there, give me a shout out. Jump in my DMs on LinkedIn. Let me know. It'll be good to connect and touch base, shake some hands. It'll be a blast. So, all right, everybody, listen, we got to get this street crew in here. We got quite the crew today, kind of the original crew, the OGs. A lot of OGs coming in today. So it's going to be great. We got to start off with, of course, we just got off a mashup. If you missed Standing Out or the Freight Coach morning show today, you got to check it out on demand. It was pretty hot. It was pretty sick. So everybody give it up for my good friend. You guys know him as the Freight Coach, Chris Jolly, everybody.
What's up? Word on the street.
Word on the street. Getting the crew back together, man.
We're coming in hot today. It's the first concert I ever went to. I was 14 years old.
Really?
ACDC.
That was your first concert?
First concert,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Hey, for everybody watching the show, what was your first concert? Throw it in the comments. I'd like to know. My first concert was DC Talk. You probably don't know them. Christian band. They were a rap group back in the day. I was 16.
Of course it was.
Yeah, so my sister took me.
Didn't
get to go to a lot of concerts growing
band. Up. ACDC,
Really?
Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction album. Dude, Motley Crue.
I bet that John Radvansky, our friend, I bet he's got some ACDC on vinyl.
There's no way he doesn't.
He's got to have. He
I'd be shocked. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Dude, totally. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. All right, everybody. Hey, listen, this guy's training. He's got some stuff coming up. 4 weeks till nationals, y'all. Give it up for our good friend. You know him as Robert Beefcake Bain.
I said, I'm invincible. It's 100 niggas in the spot. I will keep going. It's 85 just to walk on.
What's up, brother?
What's going on,
man?
How we doing?
Tell everybody what's good, man. You got nationals coming up in 4 weeks. Tell everybody what's going down.
Man. We got APF Nationals coming up, Lombard, Illinois. So if folks are in the Chicagoland area, come on out. It's going to be awesome.
It's in Lombard.
It is in Lombard.
What are the dates?
It'll
be good to me.
I am competing on the 4th. So 6-4. Everybody who knows hip hop should know.
Dude, I'm going to be in Chicago on the 4th.
Let's
go.
Let's
I want to
go.
see that. Dude, that's going to be
it's going to be out the team, man.
Hey, what are you shooting for? Like what are you going for?
So we have some numbers in mind. I don't like to jinx it and say them, but I think I'm opening squat is 903, opening bench is 562, and opening dead is
the warm up, everybody, is 903. That's pounds, it's not ounces. All right, so I'm out of my league. All right, everybody. Listen, we got the next guy coming in. This guy's got fabulous content. If you're not following this guy on Instagram, you need to follow him. Love the authenticity, so good. You know him as the Freight Sensei. Everybody give it up for my boy Scott Watanabe.
It's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Hey, is anybody checking the math on that? Does that add up?
It's 100%.
Is it 100%?
I think it does.
60% of the time it works.
I'm gonna say it does. I'm not a math Asian.
60% of the time it works.
60% of the time it works.
I'm a sumo Asian.
Love it. What's up, bud? What's good, man? Scott, what are you doing?
Good. Oh, just hanging out another Friday, getting ready for the Word on the Street. Good, a pretty big weekend ahead, so it should be fun.
Good and ready.
Couple birthdays.
It's Finish Strong Friday. You got the boys in shape over there at Armstrong. Finish Strong Friday. Got to finish strong.
We
You know,
do, and
steak's
we all
gonna
booked
taste
up.
better
Now
tonight.
it's all booked up. Now it's all just heading into that business development. So I'm just trying to push them on their cold calls.
That's
making
right.
Sure
Hey,
they're
listen,
getting it in.
let me tell you something I learned when I was doing door-to-door sales. Those DMs that you want to talk to, the people that are hard to get to, you know what? They're still at the office on Friday afternoon and the
They
week's
are.
kind of settled down. That's when you want to call them. That's when I got some of my biggest sales when I walked in at 4 p.m. All the employees had left and the business owners in the back. I hit them up with toner and paper back in the day, man. I was rocking that.
Well,
Hey, man.
that's good, and it's that last minute freight too.
Emails at
Everybody
7 a.m. on
everybody
Saturday.
wants to get it.
That's right. What's that, Bane?
Emails at 7 a.m. on a Saturday get some of the best open and
Fire.
rates.
You know, because
Wow.
you know, I mean, I hate to be a workaholic, but you know, if you're pitching to workaholics, you know, send them a little something on Saturday. That's when they'll get it, and you can schedule it too. Don't you have to send it on Friday? You can schedule it for Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Bing.
Yes,
That's the way
sir.
to do it right there. Hey, here's
Yes,
a guy who knows a little
Be
something about
available.
prospecting and working with customers. This guy is the new leader. I don't know what his title is, but he's the new leader of Carnes Logistics, coming to us hot from Chattanooga. Everybody give it up for Nathan Frazier. He's our 80s guy. We gotta work on, he's our 80s guy.
Never walked into a sales.
Wedding singer. That's
Never
right.
walked into a sales office to a customer and they're playing rap, but I've heard that song more than any, so I figured I'd try and play to the senses.
I love it. Well, you know, we need some 80s representation up in here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we're kids of the 80s. I'm born in 78, but I grew up in the 80s. That's what I remember riding around my dad's truck was all 80s all the time. So, you know, got to get a little bit of that. What's up, man? What's good? How you doing? Got a little trim?
Doing
Got a
great.
haircut? Beard's looking
Doing
sharp.
great. Yeah, doing great. Very, very busy, which is a good problem. You go from selling to brokering to covering to billing. It's every single piece, and I love it right now. And
Carnes Logistics in the house.
I'm excited. 44-year-old company, never had a brokerage, and
what's your title? Did you give yourself a title?
well, I'm part owner.
That's legit. I love that.
Managing partner. I think on LinkedIn we went to COO and managing partner.
Super.
Nice. I like it, dude. Congrats, man. I'm pumped for you. I'm so excited. Love seeing the crew. Love seeing people succeed. Love seeing people bet on themselves, and you're doing it, bro. Absolutely love that. Jim Bivens, what's up, man? You're back. 2 shows today. Are you working over there? You gonna be okay with this? Is Scott gonna lay the hammer down? I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But Stephen Curtis Chapman was your first concert. That's legit. That dude is a wordsmith. Freaking money. I love it. He's still playing too. He's good. Rick Springfield for CJ. All right. Nice. If you just joined the show, we're talking about first concerts today. What was your first concert? Throw it in the comments. That'll be great to talk about that. Nathan, good to see you, man. Super excited about that. You getting to play any golf these days or what?
Yeah, I kept the lights low so you don't see the hat tan, but yes, I've been playing golf. So.
Not a baby. We'll have to play it next time I get down there, which is good. All right, this guy is a freaking rock that's coming on next. Let me tell you something. We did the Tough Mudder Challenge. This dude showed up to my house on Friday, and I was like, dude, this guy is like in shape. Everybody give it up for our boy, Greg Roberts.
I know I'm not supposed to be working.
Jim's not working either, so you know it's the way it goes. He'll get after it after this. He's getting inspiration right now. He's getting inspiration right now. So, by the way, you going to change that walking music? We talked about it a little bit. You're kind of going to go away from Nirvana.
Yeah, I sent you something, but I don't think you read it. But
yeah, maybe I did. Oh, did you? Oh, what'd you? Oh, you sent me? Did you send me? Oh, because you're an Android guy. This is the problem. If you were an iPhone guy, it'd show up on my computer and I would have seen it. But you're an Android guy, so it only shows up on my phone, and I'm playing music right now, so I can't. Like, it's your fault.
You know, I think I'm going to send you a new one every Monday to give you plenty of time, just to make you go through some sort of process to put whatever you have to do to fix it.
It takes
every
me
week now,
like 5 minutes. It's not a big deal, but whatever. No, so that's what you get, though. You get a little Nirvana, which is awesome. Dustin Sigmund, what's up, man? Says that Scotty's looking good. Scott's always looking good.
Scotty
man.
doesn't know.
Oh,
Scotty doesn't know.
You know?
Don't tell Scotty.
At least once a week.
Check this out. Hey,
At
Dawn
least
James, her first concert was Hank Williams Jr. That's legit. That's awesome. I bet you still got I bet Dawn, you got vinyl. You got Hank Williams signed vinyl. That's what I think you got somewhere in the house. So that's pretty good. Tim Ingram, Nirvana, right after your own heart, Greg.
There
Nirvana concert. That's actually, think about this. That's actually a pretty legit ticket because they didn't tour that long. So the fact that you got to go to Nirvana, it was your first concert, man, that is gold, Tim. Welcome. Congratulations on that. Who's Tim Ingram? He's a podcaster.
No, Nirvana.
Oh, Nirvana. They were some group in the 90s, you know.
Savage.
Dude, hey, best album from Nirvana, MTV Unplugged. That album is killer from Nirvana. That was so good, the whole thing. No, Greg?
It's tough to get past Nevermind, but
it's true, but I like it anyways. Yeah,
in utero.
Jim Bivens. He says your grandpa was a senior fiddle player. Okay. All right. Okay.
Sticks and REO. Nice.
All right. Hey, Dustin, Sticks and REO. It's the first one. That's pretty legit. Crazy. All right. Hey, everybody, listen, we got a special guest today. Hopefully we can get the video working. If it's in and out, we'll just have to see how it works. But I had a chance to meet this guy, and he's an industry veteran working with shippers and carriers. And we're going to bring him on here real quick. He's got some pretty good walk-up music as well. So everybody, give it up for my good friend, Jose Socorro in the house. Jose, you're in it. The music itself is worth it. You are in the house. Anytime you want to come over in the street, I'll play that song. That's legit. So hopefully, what's up, man? How you doing? You with us? Can you hear
got
us?
me hyped.
He's with us. You can see him, everybody. So say hi to Jose. Well, he might be gone. We'll see if he comes back. But not sure about
He's
that.
gone.
Jim Bivens, Hank Sr. That's legit too. Yeah, that's pretty good. CJ says he saw Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and the Chili Peppers at one time. Dang.
Concert.
That's a crazy concert. That's sick. That's probably, I'm going to say that was in 92. Was that 92, Jim? Confirm. I'm going to think that's 92. That had to, or CJ. That had to be 92. I bet that's what it is. Yep. All right, Jose, can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Do we have Jose in the house? He's looking good. Where's Jose? Jose, you got the audio. All right, he's working on it. We'll get there. But that's good. All right, so listen up. We're going to talk today a little bit about shippers. Some of you guys work with shippers. Any of you guys work with shippers? Anyone? A little bit. A little bit. Know a little bit about shippers. Talk to them a little bit. Sell them a little bit. A little customer service. A little booking some loads for some shippers. So listen, we got a poll out there, everybody. If you go to my LinkedIn page, you can see the polls. I'm also going to shove them into the comments if you're on.
That's aggressive.
If you're on YouTube, you can see them in the comments. Unfortunately, LinkedIn doesn't take the comments back, but they're on YouTube. So if you're looking for those polls, they're there. It looks kind of like this if you're just curious. There's a shipper choice poll and a vacation poll. So take those polls, and then we will run through that. Jose can't hear us. Dang it. This is what happens when you go live, everybody. It's just the way it works, you know? Might not work out for Jose today, but he looks good.
Arkansas Wi-Fi.
That's the Arkansas Wi-Fi, which is where we're headed
Walmart
next week.
Wi-Fi is what that is.
Which is where we're headed next week.
He just bought 30 minutes just for the show.
Brutal. I know.
He's still in the family restroom.
Not going to work out, but he looks good. But yeah, so take the polls. If you guys are on in the show today, take the polls as well. I'm going to shove them back into our private comments. So take those. Yeah, we're talking about shippers because it's interesting. One of the big things right now, we talked about it with drivers, is you got shippers that are going for this shipper of choice type of whatever. They're trying to become a shipper of choice. But there's a lot that goes into that, and I'm just curious your thoughts about that. So we got some poll questions. We're going to talk about that. What's your overall – Jose, do we have you? Do we have Jose? Can we hear you?
We can hear him. You heard him messing around.
Okay. Now we got the flip camera. There we go. I'm enjoying it. This is entertaining today. I love it.
Watch
Jose, check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Nah, we got nothing on that. All right, we'll just have to wait and see if he comes back in. All right, so talking about shippers, you guys work with shippers all the time. I want to know kind of the consensus that you guys have around where shippers are right now in the marketplace. We've seen freight volumes drop. We've seen rates start to drop. We see diesel fuel continuing to rise up to almost 5.5. Chris, what was it? Diesel fuel, national average.
$2.40 a gallon year over year. It's up to $5.50.
$5.50 for diesel fuel. That's right.
The price of gold.
So how do shippers perceive what's going on right now? Are they feeling like they're getting like Scott? You just talked about it.
Scott,
I think sometimes they're clueless. they don't understand. Maybe not all of them. The big ones that actually try to get out there and get some information about the market. But we're talking about facility specific, not the higher ups. These guys that are just loading trucks or unloading trucks, they honestly don't think they know what's going out there, because they're just like, hey, come in, back up, green light. All right, here's your number.
It's just a job. They're not paying attention to markets, not paying attention to rates, that kind of stuff. They're just doing a job.
like Chris, I mean, we're at 20 days of trying to bring that.
We hear you,
awareness
Jose.
of letting people in.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
If we can't get those shippers to understand what these facilities or what these drivers' needs are, because they've been on the road for so long, and hey, they need this is somewhat part of their break, and they have to be able to utilize those facilities, but some of them they don't. They think that you've been sleeping all night, why didn't you use the facilities while you're sleeping? They have no idea about hours of service or anything like that.
Yeah, they're just doing the job. But I wonder about the ones who are making the decisions, the ones that you guys are talking to, the ones that are, contracting, booking freight, those types of things. How are they feeling about what's going on in the market right now?
I think they rely on us as brokers for information. Sorry, Greg. But it's up to us to be honest and fair with them, because I feel like once everything switches back, I hope they remember who was honest, who was there to build a relationship, and who was there to really help them and not just knock their heads off. That's what's important.
Do we feel like it's switching back? Is it moving that direction, or is it kind of stalling? Where are we at?
It was, and then fuel here in Chattanooga jumped 40 cents this week, so I don't really know.
Crazy for 1 week jump. That is nuts. Greg, what are you seeing out there? Oh, Greg, are you muted?
Are you on hold with the shipper?
That face.
But no, it's a little bit of a cop-out response, but it really does depend on the shipper. You run into some who you almost feel like they're trying to be purposefully ignorant, and they're trying to show that they don't know anything that's going on in the market, because if they're ignorant, then when we're talking to them about increasing rates, they're going to say, oh, well, I don't know about that. But then, to Nathan's point, some of those same shippers are going to come back on the other side when things kind of settle down. They're going to say, oh, well, the market's going down now. They're going to, point that out. And then you also run into some who they're very upfront, and they've actually, we've had conversations with certain shippers that come about, hey, this is what is happening, and are you guys still able to be profitable? Because they understand that we need to be, and they understand that, it's beneficial for them if we're not scraping by so thin that we can't book, find carriers or what have you.
Can't service, all that kind of stuff.
So you run the gamut of, both sides of it and everything in between.
Yeah. Jose, do we have you yet? We're still checking.
Yes.
I don't know. We can hear you now. Okay. What's up, man? Yes, you're here.
Really
welcome to the show.
Victory.
Yes.
It's that Arkansas Wi-Fi, man. It's rough. We know. We understand. We have
it's actually Alabama, Dolphin Island Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're in Alabama. You're in Dolphin? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Dolphin Island.
Yeah.
So
I got some friends
here.
there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good to have you on the show. Dude, for everybody who doesn't know Jose, some people on the show know Jose, but some people watching the show probably don't. Give everybody a little 30-second rundown of who is Jose Socorro, and did I say it correctly? I want to roll the R.
Yeah, absolutely. Jose, I'm from New Jersey. Moved to Oklahoma, went to Oral Roberts University in Oklahoma, found me an Arkansas girl, married her, moved to Arkansas.
Attaboy.
Then I worked at JB Hunt for about 2
Living that
years.
Midwest life.
Yes, sir. Recently worked for Central States Manufacturing as a logistics supervisor. I DJ weddings on the weekends, and I know Chris Jolly. So that's
we are kindred spirits. Yeah. Are you're DJing weddings on the weekend, Chris? Yeah,
I am. I still do.
And you know Chris. So that's the two things we have in common. I DJ'd weddings back when I was a school teacher. Best part-time job ever. Love being a DJ, spinning it. Everybody loves to DJ if you play good music. So that's all that matters. Hey, we were talking about first concerts. What was your first concert you ever went to?
Concert? Ooh, actually,
first
band. Casting Crowns in New Jersey, 2008.
Nice. We've got some Christian artists. Mine was DC Talk.
I've heard of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not around anymore, but it's kind of the way it goes. Hey,
Don's got your back, by the way. Around.
Toby Mac's still around. The other guys,
he's from
DC. Hey, you want to know about? Check this out. I was looking through some old pictures the other day. Wait till you guys see this. Wait till you see this. Anybody know who this guy is right here? That's 1/3 of DC Talk right there, everybody. Yeah. That's me at 16 years old. That's the concert. That's the day right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's me wearing a letter jacket, everybody, because I was the bomb diggity.
Dude, you got to rock the Letterman jacket.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think mine was Stephen Curtis with, I want to say Puddle Mud, Jars of Clay as well.
Jars of Clay, dude. Jars of Clay, first album, best album. All the other ones sucked, but that first one was fire. It was so good. In fact, I went to a Jars of Clay concert and everybody was yelling at them to play the old stuff because they were playing their new stuff. Nobody wanted to hear it. Everybody's like yelling at them to play the old stuff. But listen, hey, Jose, Dawn's got your back. She says never give up. So you got some.
Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, Dawn and I worked at JB Hunt, and hello, Matt.
Matt's here. Kenneth is here as well. Kenneth Eaton. Everybody's just showing up, man. Everybody's showing out for Jose today. I love it. Jim Bevins, of course. Oh, snap. That's right. Morgan Walter, first and only concert. Morgan Walter, shame on you. Toby Mac is it. I mean, it's a good one, but only concert, girl. We got to get you out. So, Morgan's my communications director. She's fired. So we got to get her to a concert, which is good. Jim Bevins, yep, same. You guys maybe in the same arena. So first concert. Okay, so Jose, listen, you've been in the industry for a long time. What's your career? How long you been in the industry?
4 years.
4 years. All right. So you've been working with shippers, with carriers. Where do you feel like the market is right now with shippers? Their attitude towards the market, towards carriers, towards pricing, all that. Where do you feel like they're at?
Well, they're not going to like higher prices from the carriers. I mean, transportation is very interesting. I understand there are metrics and there are, how would I say it? What's the word? Projections or a kind of method to the madness. So if this happens, we're going to expect this to happen. And, I read some articles or you're reading about the situation of China where things can get a little funny. And then sometimes when you hear that, many people are going to say, oh, it's a shipper's market. Then it's a driver's market. I think it's the middle. And the reason I say that is I remember my time working at JB Hunt. You hear, well, it's this person's market, that person's market. And at the end of the day, if you talk to brokers throughout the industry, they'll tell you, I think it's in the middle because apparently certain customers are doing pretty well and aren't as impacted by either oil prices increase, issues at the ports. And so it's kind of like a toss-up because, you go to the stores and there's product missing. And I can bet that once that material hits the ports, that all the 3PLs and all the carriers and shippers are going to be like, I need this material moved. And I was moving it maybe a hypothetical 1,000, but because we got to get it to the stores and we're trying to hit some numbers, I'm going to pay you $1,500.
Pricing's interesting right now because you got volumes going down, the rates going down, but you got the fuel price is still high. So the carriers have to, they got to figure out how they're going to operate. Hopefully they save some cash. I'm pretty sure it didn't, but it did.
And then that's the thing, I think.
Real quick, hold that thought, Jose, because we got another street crew in the waiting room coming in. So got to bring this guy in, coming to us from Chicago. Everybody, give it up for a good friend, Rob Bussey. Everybody. Okay, Robert Bain. That's the only dance move you have. I can tell. That's the only dance move you have.
Have you seen the hue of my skin? Obviously, the dance moves are few.
Rob Bussey, what's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy to pop in here. Sorry I'm late.
A while. I know. Good to see you represent Chicago. And Sarah Lynn, what a cool name. Check that out. Sarah Lynn Earp. That's a rocking name. Loving Jars of Clay. So thanks for watching today. Enjoy that. Rob, what's in Chicago, man?
Oh, we're looking forward to some warm up here as Greg and the strongest man in logistics will tell you where we're going to get a warm up.
Yeah, it's going to be 91 in St. Louis.
It's going to be, we're going to get Sunday. You can go out, grab some flowers for mom, plant them. Traditionally it's a big time to start putting your garden in and planting some flowers. So we might.
Hey, that's a good reminder, Rob. Everybody out there, it's Mother's Day. Make sure you don't do what I do and wait too late. All right, you got to go do that. My wife sent me a text message yesterday. She's like, "Hey, just a reminder. See, I got a good wife, man. Hooking me up. She could make me look so bad."
I asked my wife what she wanted for dinner. Haven't heard from her yet, but I'd probably default to what I want then. So,
is it bad that I put Mother's Day as an extra reminder? So you got the calendar, the one they give you, but I put one the day before because it happens, right? Got to do that. So it's just kind of the way it goes. But anyways, no, good to see you, man. Glad you're on the show.
Yeah.
Nerf. Listen, man, this is too long. Look at this. We can't look at this. It's taking up the whole screen. We don't have time to read that. Talking about G and all that. I mean, it's probably a good comment, but listen, I just can't read it all, Nerf. So got to come in hot with some smaller stuff, and of course, you had to say hi to you, Rob. So good to see your beautiful face there from Nerf. Nerf,
yeah, that's my buddy.
He's usually got some pretty good comments, some nice fire comments, but that one was way too long and serious. It was kind of a novel. I'm not down with that. So I'll have to see what he comes up with that. All right, so let's talk about this survey that I did, the poll that we had today. Unfortunately, as you guys know, we have technical issues from time to time on the Word on the Street because, it's amateur hour around here. So I can't share my screen, but I'm going to share the results with you. So here's what I asked. The first question that I asked was, what percentage of shippers require appointments? Now, listen, I'd love to say I did my research and I know the answers to this. I don't. I'm going to have to depend on you guys for this. So we'll see what everybody said. So what percentage of shippers require appointments?
It's 22.5.
22.5, Rob?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So this week. Okay.
All right. Well, overall, nobody thought it was under 25%. Only one person thought it was 25 to 40%. 4 people thought it was 41 to 50% require appointments. And 2 people think it's more than 50%. What's the right answer there, everybody? Just like overall, just what you're feeling, what's your thoughts on that? If you're in the comments, tell us what you think it is.
It's really to me, it's more what you're hauling. If you're running a flatbed, a Conestoga, or step deck, it's going to be an open window because you don't know how long it's going to take. And most trucks have a delivery that morning. The other issue is if you have multiple trucks coming in, everybody's going to get there at the same time and you're going to wait.
So it's a poorly worded question is what you're saying.
It does depend on the commodity, a lot of times.
Yeah. What do you think it is for vans to just back up? What do you think it is for
vans? I would say vans, 60 to 70% on vans require an appointment based off the quantity that they're shipping. I've got one load that I run regularly that picks up at a place that's 24 hours that ships 350 loads a day, but it delivers to a place with a 7 to 4 p.m. window, and you're literally the only truck that day.
Can I get that address?
Yeah, if you give me your customer list, I'll send it. I'll highlight it for you.
That's right. All right, so poorly worded question. I'll take that one. All right, question 2. What percentage of shipping locations, the pickup and delivery locations, allow drivers to use the restroom? This is a big topic, for drivers and what's going on with that. What percentage allow them to use restroom? Less than 10%, 0 put that.
No.
One person put 10 to 25%. 4 people put 26 to 50%. So like 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 3.5, 4 out of 10. And then only one of you put 50 to 75%, and one put more than 75%. Why do you think it is that they don't make restrooms available for drivers who are sitting there for 3 hours at a time?
I have no idea.
They don't want to clean them, but it's still a horrible process.
It's a bathroom. Like, what the heck?
It's horrible.
There's a few things. There's a liability piece because if that driver gets hurt, slips, trips, falls while they're in your facility, technically they can sue you. So you have that issue. During COVID, there was a whole thing like, oh, they're going to spread something to us. Oh my God. Even though you're not going to touch them, you're not.
What about a porta potty? What about a John out in the yard? Like something like that. At least
here's the thing with that.
Then it becomes you have executives who go, well, we don't want to see a porta john in our yard. That's a trucker problem, not an us problem.
Well, decorate it up. Put some fencing around it or something. Grow some flowers. Make it smell nice. I don't know.
There's a reason many drivers buy bottled drinks. I mean, it is what it is. It's a fact. If you go to a truck stop, they sell bottled drinks. You don't see cans.
Yeah,
it's done for a reason. I agree 100% with Bain. It is a liability issue, and many drivers know that if they work in a little slip and fall paperwork, they're going to get paid, and they can sit at home, and things happen. But also to echo his point, coming off COVID, you've got a lot of shippers. They're really happy with keeping that driver in the truck. They can overload them a little bit, maybe put a little extra pallet on there. Don't get a pallet count in. Verify it's there. Slip one in that open spot when you're crossing them. And these drivers don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Porta John's got to be for the win, just like you said, Nerf. There's got to be a solution to that because that's just that's just. Oh, by the way, you guys want to hear a story about peanut in a bottle? Sure you do. All right, here you go. So when I was a youth pastor, all right, when I was a youth pastor, I was hauling a bunch of high school seniors down to Atlanta for the Passion Conference. And we had this one guy named Dennis Regalado, but he wanted to be called Stefan, all right? And this guy was sitting behind me, and he was like, I got to go to the bathroom, pull over, go to the bathroom. And I had just stopped and did the whole, hey, we're all going to the bathroom. I'm not stopping the rest of the way. And, of course, he didn't. So then he said, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, no, you're not going to the bathroom. So this dude pees in a bottle. There are chicks in the car. There are chicks in the van. This dude pees in a bottle, and then he reaches in front, starts rolling my window down because he's going to throw it out the window. Well, I didn't know he was going to throw it out the window. I didn't know what was happening. So I start rolling the window up. As the window's going up, the bottle is halfway out, and the window is starting to push on the bottle, and now I'm freaking out for my life. Like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get a pea burst right on me. So I just rolled the window down, I shoved it out, and I was just like so pissed. But
Oh, I see what you did there.
Interesting story. Yeah, a little pun intended. I don't know, whatever. But that's my
headline. Best Atlanta headline ever: Youth pastor gets golden shower in a bus.
That would have been a good headline, but fortunately, I just let it go.
So in other news, R. Kelly's private plane makes it.
I know. Yeah. All right, everybody. Hey, listen, we got our boy Wander down south joining us in the green room today. So everybody, give it up for our good friend Juan Baena.
Okay.
I think that Juan might actually sing a song to his mom from time to time. That might be.
Oh my God.
It might be it.
What's
up, brother?
Walk in R. Kelly, golden showers, and all that. Oh my God.
I like it. I like it.
Perfect time.
Juan, I like it better when you're. I like it better when you're filming from home and we get sort of a cooking show. While
I know the cooking show was dope. We only got like 2 of those, but those were legit, man. Like,
I haven't cooked in a while. I've been too busy at work. So
see, you come to America and you do that, and then you'll have dates every Friday night. I mean, you just rock the cooking a meal in the show, and have no problem. Just play the little clip of you cooking and be like, hey, you want to go out Friday night? I'll make you something.
Just
that sounds like
with
the
show up
salt like this at the end.
That's right. That's oh, that's good stuff. Jose, do we have you back?
Yep.
Can you hear us? Nice, excellent, very good. So that's maybe it's the Alabama Wi-Fi. I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time down there, but they're a little redneckish. I don't know. They kind of get a bad rap. So,
I'm not sure, bud.
I don't know. Okay, all right. Let's get back to this poll. So, I'm all for porta potties. I'm with Nerf on that. Porta johns, dress them up, put some flowers around them, something. But these are people. Like, come on. Like, this is
I mean, some shippers and they may disagree with you, Trey.
I get it, but like, no, there are people. They are human.
I agree.
And they're delivering your stuff to you. So, easy way to say thank you. At least have a port. I mean, construction workers get a porta potty. Like, Tough Mudder gets a porta potty. Like, it's not that big a deal. I don't know. All right, moving on. Number 3. What is the average wait time upon arrival to unload and leave the location? An hour or less?
3 hours.
An hour or less. 61 to 90 minutes. 3 of you picked that. So an hour to hour and a half. 91 to 120 minutes. 3 of you picked that. Nobody picked more than 2 hours. But is that real? Is that right? I don't know.
I would say an hour and a half.
On average.
Between an hour and a half to 2 hours, they know once you hit that 2 hour mark, you're charging them. Yeah. They're not dumb.
The guys in the docks really care? Are they thinking like that, or yeah?
I've always found the larger shipper cares even less. The smaller shipper does, and they don't have an issue with detention if they cause it. Some of the larger shippers, you can definitely tell when you have a unionized workforce and when you don't. And that is, I've actually worked it into my sales part when we do onboarding. On my customer setup page, it is literally a question that I ask is are your warehouses unionized employees? Because that creates a different environment for your driver.
I guess it's not personal, it's just more generic.
Can you expand on that? That's super interesting. What's the difference?
It's very different. You got let's look at an LTL facility. If you got cross-docking, I'll use a company that has 3 letters that starts with a Y and ends with a C. Their dock workers are all unionized employees. Okay, they get paid per pallet, per piece they put on the truck.
Okay,
they don't get paid to take one off. They don't get paid to take freight off. If they put it on, and they're going to get paid because they're going to scan it and it's going to go on. Now, what if they put it in the wrong domicile location and it goes to the wrong city? Oh well, it's going to get reshipped somewhere else. But they're not taking it off.
Interesting.
Little things like that. I mean, it adds up. And on a full truckload facility, those guys are getting paid by piece. That's how the unionized agreement works.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, speaking of immunizations, you guys see that Moderna is pushing for approval on another booster shot. I didn't realize this was still going on.
Jesus, man, don't they get tired?
Yeah,
We're done playing
Don't they
pandemic.
get tired?
It's still going
They
on.
just
It's
canceled
crazy.
one off. The Johnson
That's
& Johnson
so
is giving
funny.
blood clots, killing people.
Although I did get to fly on a plane without a mask for the first time, and well, I mean, I was not wearing it before, but I was eating the whole time, and this time I didn't have to eat, so my diet got a little bit better on this flight. So
Right.
I didn't have to.
I got a story to share, Trey.
Didn't have to pound cheese
about the
so much.
masks.
Yes, please do.
So, my wife has wanted to go see Moulin Rouge, Broadway in Chicago for a couple years. Couldn't do it, obviously, because of everything going on. So I bought tickets for it, and we're going next Saturday. I get an email from the theater. It says they are still requiring vaccination proof and requiring masks throughout the performance. So I call. I'm like, hey, this is just like an automated email. This is bullshit, right? Oh, no. I'm like, okay, fine. You're providing masks, correct? Oh, no, sir. You need to bring your own. I'm like, get fucked. You want me to wear one? No one else in the country is doing this.
What's different between the theater and the restaurant next door?
Because they're
all of the downtown concert venues, everything is still requiring them. I went to see Wilco 2 Sundays ago, and I didn't realize it. They handed me one at the door. The security girl had one.
Yeah,
I
it feels
didn't
weird
realize
now,
I was
doesn't
gonna
it?
have to wear
It
one,
is
but I did know you had to show, which I have it on my phone. I just show it,
Yeah, but that's interesting.
It
Yeah,
is
because
super
you go anywhere else, you don't hear anything. It's like dead. The news doesn't even talk about it. Nothing. I mean, it's not.
And it's
just
just
not
downtown
known.
Chicago. Yeah.
And I put it out there, I'm
They
like,
accept a digital version of a vaccine? Well, shoot, I'll show you one of those all day.
I'm saying all their friends in Hollywood aren't wearing masks, so why
do
you
you think
doing
Why do you think they're holding on to this? Like the Biden administration was fighting the TSA, mask requirement.
It's the best money printer they've had in the last century. This
That's
is like
true.
a
CJ's got
shot
a
of
thought.
life.
CJ's got a thought on that. We'll take it. Thanks for sharing, CJ. All right. Okay, let's get back to the poll. But it was nice. It was nice.
Machine go brap, brap,
It was nice to fly on a plane and not have to even think about it. So yeah. You know what's cool about that? There were people on the flight that were still wearing a mask, and it was cool. Nobody cared. Like, fine. You want to wear a mask? Wear it. It's totally cool, right? Yeah, it's choice. Like, should have been that way a long time ago. All right. Anyways, next question. All right, this one's a little dicey, a little touchy, sensitive question here. Number 4. What is the general attitude of shippers and receivers about truck drivers? Number 1. Are they the salt of the earth? Only one person chose that. I'm not sure who that was. Nice people, but different. 3 people chose that. A little rough around the edges. 3 people chose that. And the last one was 135,000 miles. Who wrote that? Okay, that was wrong. I'm not sure why that was there. But nobody chose that.
Those last 2 questions.
I don't know. Who's your question right now?
I think they're from the last.
Yeah. That's. Oh wow, that's bad. So just forget that. We're not even gonna go over 5. What happened there? Well, you know what? It was a busy week. I just got back from Boston this morning. I took a 6 a.m. flight, so I'm a little tired. I was probably sleeping while I was writing that last one. So we'll just let it slide. Don't worry about it, guys.
I think it depends on who you talk to. Right? Like if you're talking to somebody who represents a shipper, so you're talking like a director of transportation, like they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we care about our driving partners." You talk to somebody on a dock, like these motherfuckers, they make our dock. They're always bugging us, get us out of it.
Well, I think
who you speak.
It depends on when you speak to them too. If you're talking to somebody at 6 o'clock in the evening who had they were a dock worker, but nothing went wrong that day. Everybody got in.
They want to go home.
Hey, salt of the earth, no problem. But if you're talking to somebody who, they're a dock worker and the driver can't back up, and it's just the recency bias is impacting it. Maybe all drivers are good, or most drivers are good, but that
it's a blanket statement for all drivers. Yeah,
that one really pissed me off today.
Yeah, it's
like anything. We all get judged by the last transaction, right? Yeah. You can do thousands and thousands of loads. You got that one load that just messes up, and they're like, no. You're a horrible.
You guys
broker.
suck. You're terrible.
Only as good as your last fuck up.
Yeah, you can build 1,000 bridges.
You're only as good as your last build. Yeah.
Was that right?
I feel like the drivers should almost have a number above their head, which rates them from very nice to very mean, or I'm having a great day, or I'm going through a lot and you don't know about it because I just drove 13 hours to get here and I drove 13 hours to get here, and I ate some burrito from Taco Bell, and it didn't work.
I need a bathroom right now.
Yeah.
You don't have one? I can't put this in a
It's not
bottle.
going to be big enough.
I can't put this in a bottle.
I've had the same drivers. Some of them are just unbelievable, and then you get them at another time, and they're a nightmare. And I think it's.
I think that's people, right?
That's not an easy job for sure.
That way.
No.
And it is people.
Yeah. It's just people, right?
Circumstantial.
Having empathy for people and what they're going through. I don't know. It's a tough role. You know, it was great last week. We had Candace Rivers on. She's talking about driver fitness and just some stats about drivers. The thing that still blows me away is that she said that a truck driver's average lifespan is 20 years less than the average person. 20 years less for a truck driver because they're isolated. They don't eat well. They don't get exercise. All this, just all that stuff, man. Mental health. Yeah. It's just like crazy. Like, think about that. 20. I mean, how hard is it going to be to recruit people? Hey, come be a truck driver. We're going to shave 20 years off your life.
Did they filter the ones that die in the accidents? Like,
I don't know, but that was the stat that she had, was that the average is, I think it's 49.
If it's because of the lifestyle,
59.
Like, you know, 59. Are you segmenting out the piece of information that is necessary, like accidents? Are those considered in there?
They have sugar issues. They have heart issues. They have.
I can't imagine how many truck drivers die in accidents, though. I mean,
the number two,
but not the drivers.
The number two top carriers of kidney stones are motorcycle riders and semi-truck drivers.
Really? Just because they're sitting?
My wife does this. She's a doctor, so she's in this all day. So she knows more.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy, relationship that drivers and shippers have. And it's hard. It's people, right? Good days, bad days. It's hard to know who's to blame. But man, it's a tough life. I can't imagine. I'm an extrovert. I can't imagine being on the road 13 hours by myself. I'd be on that CB all freaking day. I'd be doing word on the street from the cab. That's kind of how that would work. But it's.
Hey, touching on what you just said real quick. I've always said, if you just finished high school or just finished college, and you took 2 or 3 years and you went to a trucking company, this is just something that I've always thought about financially. If you went to a trucking company and said, I never want to run the same route, I want to see the whole country, and I'll do it for 3 to 4 years, you have no expenses other than a cell phone, you could really bank some money.
You totally could. If you
that would make a lot of sense.
And learn a lot about business.
The insurance policies weren't so damn high.
Well, they got the new pilot program right now that's coming up. You guys saw that. It's in the Biden infrastructure bill. They're starting a pilot program up to 3,000 drivers, 18 to 20, and see how they do. And it doesn't make sense. Like, when you think about drivers, 75% of truck drivers don't have education beyond a high school degree, high school diploma, and yet they'd have to wait 3 years to become a driver. They're not going to wait 3 years. They're going to find something else. Construction, they're going to do something else.
Well,
Ben was going to say something real quick. Yeah. Ben, what were we going to say real quick? And then Scott.
To Nathan's point, a good buddy of mine, he's another power lifter, or was, came to me and was asking about the industry, just had a bunch of questions. He and I sat down for like 2-3 hours, and I talked him through, like, if I was his age, he was 22 years old, this is what I would do. I would go, I'd get my CDL, get my hazmat, doubles, triples, all the certs, all those different things. But he went out and he spent a year and did all this. And he's been doing this now for probably 3-4 years. He's running for bank. He's 25. He's 25 years old. He's running for UPS. He'll make over $200,000 this year. I'm like, he literally has a P.O. box in Southern Illinois. He's like, I'm never home. I send money to my mom. He's like, it's awesome. I paid off all my mom's credit cards.
That's the story they need to share right there. That's the story.
He's going to be a guest on our podcast.
Damn, that's amazing. That's amazing.
That's awesome. Scott, what were you going to say?
What I was talking about.
I was saying, so they'll let us graduate high school and not let us drive till 24, but they'll let us join the military, drive in the military. That's right. More, and then after, say, 3 or 4 year tour or the tour duty, then they come out, and all you need is a commander's signature to get your CDL. What's the difference? You are these 18, 19-year-old truck drivers that are hauling heavy equipment across, not our country, but sometimes others, but they still utilize that. And so start thinking about that as well. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but that story that you're telling, Robert, that's the recruiting story that they should go with. Go to high schools and say, hey, you want to make $150,000 in 18 months? Yep. This is how you do it. And you don't have to have expenses. You can see the country. You can just have a lot of fun. You can learn about business. You can learn to talk to different people. I mean, it'd be a great education for people that just don't want to do college or whatever. I mean, it'd be awesome.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to have his story on our podcast that we do through Metaphora, and we're going to plug that.
I love it.
Every one of our clients is going to get a copy.
Hey, when you guys have that, let us know what the link is. We'll promote it as well. We'll put it on there because that's a great story to tell. That's a really good story to tell. All right, everybody, listen. We got about what do we know? We got about 15 minutes left. It's going pretty quick today. It's good to talk to you guys. Okay, listen. It's summer. And we're planning the old RV trip, which is going to be brutal this year. $4 a gallon, 88-gallon tank in that beast. But it's summertime, so we're looking at vacations coming up. So got a little poll about vacations. Are you guys planning on taking a vacation this summer? Anybody out there looking to take a little vacation? Golf vacation, Nathan? You going golfing? What are we doing? When are we going golfing?
I'm going to West Palm Beach next Saturday through the next Saturday for golf, and then we'll do
USPS lost my invitation to get in the mail. God,
we'll do our Cancun thing, usually fall, winter time.
And with the new job, Nathan, you're just going to take that week off.
No, sir. What made me a freight broker was the first time I ever went to Cancun, and I literally sat there and drank for free and covered freight all day.
That sounds awesome.
Hey,
that's also the recruiting tool right there. That's the recruiting tool for right there.
You can sit in the office with the other 200 that they just hired out of high school and college. You can call the same Subway and wonder why they don't ship bread. You can do whatever you want. But hey, if you drink a little, your inhibitions are gone, and you really talk true numbers to the customer, and they love it.
So what you're saying is that
maybe let's go.
That the freight floor needs to have a little alcohol during the day. Is what you're saying? Just a little.
I'll tell you, Cancun's where there you go. Cancun's where I developed. Cancun's where I developed the response.
That's just a problem.
It developed the response. I understand that guy gave you a great rate, but when that truck doesn't show up, call me back, and I'll actually have you a truck.
Yeah, I'll hook you up. That's right. That's right. All right, so let's go to some poll questions real quick. So how many vacations do you take? Man, I must have been sleeping, and I don't drink. I wasn't drunk. I must have been sleeping when I wrote these because I keep getting ready.
Where are all these polls? I don't see them.
They were on LinkedIn, and it's a little different because StreamYard doesn't allow me to do polls yet. Well, I've talked to him about it. Hopefully they get it up and running. Anyways, how many vacations do you take each year? Minimum of 2 days. So we're going to count that as you got to go at least 2 days somewhere for vacation. Most people take 3 to 4. Majority take 3 to 4 of those at least 2-day trips a year. No, Scott, what do you got? 1, 2?
I don't. So this is my first year. So I recently retired from the Army Reserve, 21 and a half years. Thank you. And so
Thank you.
all my PTO has been for military service, right? So being in the reserve.
What kind of vacation do you get in the military? What's vacation like in the military? Do you get a week or 3 weeks?
They don't give me vacation. Well,
you don't get any vacation.
Well, here's the thing: is like if I was active duty, but like in the reserves, I had a civilian job, but I had to take my PTO to do my military duty, and so my vacation was hanging out with the boys, but happened to be in uniform in a hot desert sometimes. So, yeah. But this is the first year that I'm actually going to. I got asked to be the chauffeur for the senior trip. They're going to Disneyland. I was like, okay, sweet. So. And then I got a couple lagoon trips coming up.
That's got to okay. Disneyland with seniors has got to be significantly better than little kids.
Well, they have. We found out they have a graduation specific night where it's just all grads. It's all seniors for however many hours for one night during that time. So that's when we're going.
Are you staying near Disneyland, or are you just driving in and out?
We're driving. We're going to stay down we're going to try and hit up the medieval times and have some fun. So
yeah.
But we're driving down from Idaho, so it's going to be a long trip.
And then what's your second one, Scott? You're doing a second trip as well?
Yeah, lagoon. I'm going to try to take my wife to Nashville for her 40th.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Good work. Nice work on that.
Come visit him and go to Nashville.
Yeah, we go right next to him. Yep. Absolutely. All right, cool. So people take 3 to 4 vacations. Our RV trip is getting chopped up this year. It kind of sucks, but it's okay because my wife is potentially going to be a principal at a Christian school here in town. First full-time job in 14 years. So it's going to change our life quite a bit. But if she gets that, we're only going to be able to take a 3-week trip. But we're going to go Colorado, Utah. They're going to turn back around to Nebraska, North Dakota or South Dakota, Minnesota, Illinois, and come back. Just a nice little loop this year. So that'll be fun. But we got the new RV, Class A. I'll have to show
you did get one?
Pictures. Yeah, we killed it. Yeah, so listen to this. This is how crazy it is.
Is it a Raquel quality?
Oh, yeah. Raquel saw it. It's definitely approved by Raquel. But listen to this. So this is how crazy the secondhand market is right now. We found the floor plan that we wanted, but it was a 2021 model, which means that they bought it in 2020 at a lower price. It was their spec model. What this dealership does is anybody that comes in and says, hey, I want this RV, they say, hey, this one's not for sale, but you can order off of it. And it has all the nice stuff in it, right? So they had this thing around 300 miles on it. Didn't have hardly any use at all, just a couple of test drives. They gave us $7,500 more than we paid for our old one. 25,000 miles, and 2 years later, they paid us $7,500 more than we paid for it. And we got the 2020 pricing because the thing they bought it was like 35 grand in the 2022 models that they're selling now. So we're like, yeah, this makes sense. Perfect model.
And we got a broken-in toilet seat because everybody's going to try that thing when they look at the spec model.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what they told me. I took them at face value because it seemed to make sense.
I'm just
awesome model.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. So, but people might need to do that. But anyway, so very excited about that. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to taking the kids to some more states. We got 9 more states, everybody, than the kids have all 50 states. So pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that. All right, question 2. Do you work during vacation or do you fully unplug? We know what Nathan does. 5 people work sometime and only 3 people fully unplug. I got to tell you, I unplugged last year for the first time. It was hard. The first 2 days were rough. But man, the last 4 or 5 days were awesome. Some of the best vacation we've had in a long time. What do you guys do?
It depends. I'll tell my team, I'm taking it off on Thursday. I can be reached, but if you call me Friday, I'm not answering.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's a good idea. Set them up a little bit. Yeah. Set them up a little bit.
I'm don't call me unless the house is on fire.
Nice. We're actually getting to go to Hawaii in 2 weeks. We're leaving here soon. I'm going to be podcasting every day from there. So that'll be fun, but I'm not going to do any other work. So I'll be on my team's shoulders. We'll see how they do. First time with me out of the office. So we'll see how well I hired and trained. I don't know. We'll find out. Quickly. A lot of lessons learned. All right. Next question. Which do you prefer? A cabin in the mountain, a beach house, a lake house, or a road trip RV? I'm the only RVer in the group, it looks like. I'm the only one with that. 2 of you prefer cabin in the mountain. Anybody on this call prefer cabin in the mountain? Scott, is that you?
I would love that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we're
beach house.
I would love that.
Yes, all of the above.
Yes to everything. I should have done all of the above. That's right. Nathan's going beach house for sure. Anybody like a lake kind of guy, lake house type of person? Love to go to the lake? Yep, Juan. Yeah, lakes are fun.
Especially if I can take my dog. Biggest issue is that my big dog doesn't have a babysitter and can't be left alone.
It's got to be a clean lake, though. There's some muddy lakes that are no good. I hate muddy lakes, but a nice clean lake that's.
I won't get in the lake. That's the thing.
You don't get in?
I won't get in the lake. No
skiing, no tubing, nothing like that. See, I prefer lakes because beaches are just absolutely you get so filthy and it's hard to clean out, sand between your toes and in your shorts.
Everywhere.
So good. Yep. CJ's going beach house though. All right, CJ. Enjoy that. Yep, that'll be good time.
I could do the RV thing if someone would do the pump out thing. I always feel like it's going to explode.
It's easy. No, you just hit a button.
It's easy until it's not easy. And I don't have the latest greatest spec model RV to hit a button.
Older one, I'd probably feel the same way that something might blow up. That's true.
The one that I used when I went, it was very sketchy.
Joe Dirt situation ones.
Right.
What was that, Scott?
Nice.
So you don't want to run into a Joe Dirt situation.
No.
I felt like Cousin Eddie for real when I was doing it.
All right, last question, because we've been doing this a lot. We've been going to a lot of national parks. By the way, national parks are phenomenal to go to. Great places to visit. Lots of hiking, a lot of nature. Very relaxing, not busy usually. Although COVID, they got busy because you could still go to them. But hopefully this year they won't be quite as busy as they were before. So 4 of you have been to less than 10 national parks. 3 of you between 11 and 20. I've been between 21 and 30. We've been to 25 so far. So we hit 25 in the last 2 years, which was awesome. We had a good time with that. We got the passport. If you go to national parks, everybody, get the national park passport. It's great for the kids. Get a little stamp. Makes you feel like you did something. So check those out if you go to national parks.
Man, I gotta go out. I gotta go out more. I haven't been to the first national park ever anywhere.
Do you guys have national parks in Colombia?
We do.
But no.
I need to get more time for myself, man.
Yeah, you do. Get out of the house a little bit. All right, last question. What is a typical budget for a family vacation for a week? I have a feeling it's going to be more this year. I mean, just the fuel alone for what I'm doing. I think costs are going to go up across the board. So one of you, the budget's less than $1,000, maybe shorter trips. 4 of you, 1,000 to 2,000. I think that's a sweet spot. 1 of you, 2,000 to 3,000, and 2 of you are spending more than 3,000. Probably Disney. If you're going to Disney, you can't even help it, right? I mean, that's an expensive one if you're going to Disney. Scott, are you staying on property at Disney, or are you guys staying off property?
Just off property. I have to look. Thankfully it's all covered by the school because they needed a male chauffeur. I was like,
that's the ticket. That's right.
Sir.
How many students are going?
Well, we go to my kids are privileged. I take them to a private school, so I think we got 9 seniors this year.
Okay, so not a huge group. You're not wrangling like 50 kids or something like that.
No, but I've known these kids since because one of them is my oldest, so he's graduating this year.
If you haven't made plans, literally across for the street and right from the Civic Center where we were at for CSCMP a couple of years ago. There's a Homewood Suites that's amazing. The pool's amazing, the breakfast, everything, and it's really cheap.
I think we got one big package for the graduation thing, so it's probably
the mouse ears make big packages, and then you see your bank account, and you're like, oh god.
Maybe we might have to end it on that one. We got a couple of announcements real quick before we finish. Everybody know this week in pictures, because I just I had a Boston flight this morning. It didn't happen. We'll have to do it next week. First of all, Jose, thanks for being on the show. We're gonna have you back, man. You have to come back when the Wi-Fi is better and you're back at home or something like that, and we'll get you on just to attend the show. It'd be good to get you more
I'll
involved.
use Walmart's Wi-Fi. Hopefully that'll
that's
help.
That's right. That's
I'm sure
that's
Doug
right.
McMillan won't mind, so we'll be all right.
Knock it out. Yeah, so we'll get you back on here for sure. Next week, make sure you come back, everybody, for episode 106. We got Charlie Safro on the show, everybody. She's fire. One of the best CEOs in the biz. Like, she's been on Standing Out twice. Been some of my top rated shows so far. Just really good. So make sure you come back next week for that. Going to be awesome. And just want to let you guys know, we finished the Tough Mudder in under 4 hours. Just going to throw that out there. All right. Just let you guys know we finished under 4 hours. We actually didn't have any mud on us at the end because the second to last obstacle was a water, like the ice bucket challenge or whatever it was, the Arctic plunge. And so we all got pretty cleaned off and frozen at that point. So no mud at the end. But Hayden and I finished, and Greg and one of our substitutes, Ansley, all finished together and had a great time. John Packett's finished. Diana Guzman did the whole thing without shoes on, everybody, barefoot. Yeah, beast mode, crazy. Totally knocked it out. We had a great time. So literally 2 days after the Tough Mudder, we're like, we're going to do it again, right? So yeah. So listen, everybody, we already got it scheduled. April 29th, St. Louis. Bain, tell Nikki, get her over here, all right? April 29, 2023, we're doing the second annual Word on the Street Tough Mudder Charity Challenge. And we may hit a couple Tough Mudders this year to finish out the year. So keep your eyes posted on that as well. We're going to be raising money next year for an organization called Sook Strong. They support ALS patients. I'll tell you the story later on, but it's going to be a great charity. Very excited about supporting them. We're going to get started a little bit earlier next year and see what we can do. So it's going to be great. But Tough Mudder was awesome. Hope you guys will come back. Greg, you rocked it, man. Thank you so much for all your help with that. I got to tell you guys, listen, Greg's sitting there. He's wearing like a loose jacket. Dude is ripped. All right. Like solid. So came in, his arms were like busting out of the shirt that I got for him. So Bain, you'd be proud. Have you ever met Greg in person? You guys know each other?
He used to work for me.
Oh, that's right. He used to work together. That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. So
I've met him a couple of times.
Yeah. So you know. But no, it was legit. So it was really good. And then, hey, last thing real quick, make sure you guys join us on Monday morning, 6 a.m. For Iron Minds. Hayden Allred and I getting after it. It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Good conversation.
Every episode.
Dude, solid. So, join us, work out with us, get inspired, get motivated, have a good time. But thanks, guys, for showing up today. Always good to see you guys as well. Juan, great to see you from Colombia. Appreciate it, man. And until next time, everybody, got to thank our sponsors. Huge shout out to Green Screens and to Task. Love those guys. If you're not sure what they're doing, check them out at greenscreens.ai or task.com. They're the good guys in dynamic pricing and freight factoring. And until next time, we will see you guys on the flip flop. You guys have a killer week, all right? Peace out. See you, fellas.